Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Um, I usually don't do this at all. I never do this at all, even though this is something that I wanted to eventually start doing for my YouTube channel and everything like that, but not like this. Um, I wanted to address some issues yesterday that I saw with MVCI, right? With what's going on with Evo and everything like that. But there was something way more crazier that I saw yesterday that I felt like wasn't really addressed, which was a post from Jabali. Now, I don't know what caused him to actually do this and post this up. I don't know if he just felt like it was like a really funny joke. I don't know what it was, okay? But yesterday, he put this as a post. Give me 1 second. Let me see if this is it. In case you're friends with a Marvel player right now, please share this phone number with them. 1-800-273-8255. That is a suicide hotline, okay? And for those that think that this is not real, this is fucking real, okay? This is absolutely real. You can't really see, but I'm going to dial it. 1-800-273-8255. And you guys, after you see this video, you can dial it yourself. I'm going to put it on speaker so you guys can hear it.
You have reached the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, also serving the Veterans Crisis Line.
When I seen that post, I kid you not, I actually thought it was fake. I'm not even joking. I actually thought it was fake. I had to go to his page to see that it was there, and then got erased. And I was so mind fucked when I seen that. And I still couldn't believe it, because I'm like, yo, this is one of the smart, notable figures of the scene. There's no way he can do that. There's no way. This guy, he looks out for the community. He does big things. He goes all out. And then I see that. And I'm just like, did he really do that? Does he not understand that this is some real shit to be playing with? It's crazy. Does he not watch the news? Does he not pay attention to what's going on in the world? That's some serious shit, dude. Do you not understand that there are kids that get bullied and kill themselves, that end their lives because they cannot take any more, or not happy in their house because of what's going on? This is not no video game, dude, where you can create yourself as a character and pick your job, pick your class. Understand? This is not a video game, dude, to be playing with something like that. It's not. Some people are born into this world with nothing. Nothing at all. And it causes depression, anxiety attacks, all types of things that lead up to that. And you should know better. You should know better than that. You are a community notable figure, a big one at that, one of the biggest ones. You are blessed. You are blessed, sir, to be playing with something like that. And although you did put out an apology, it's just that, like, that's something to not be played with, man. We have to be better than this. We have to be better than this. I don't think you're a bad guy. You could be cocky as fuck. I mean, that's shown, throughout your persona that we've seen throughout the years. But I do see you looking out for the community. I just don't understand. I guess you try to joke around, but like, that's crazy. And you actually use a real number at that. We got to be better than this. We got to be better than this. We have to. That right there, things like that can't happen, especially from you. The random trolls that be online that want to act the fuck up and all this other shit, let them do that. You should not be doing that at all. You should be uplifting people. And even if you're not being genuine about it, be smart about it. Be smart. Don't do shit like that, because those people can go to your tournament and bring you an extra $5,000, $10,000 into your pocket. Be smart, man. You're not, look, you got this far. You got this far, dude. Be smart about it. Why would you want to push away a community? The numbers have been there. It's not like it's been doing bad in tournaments for whatever reason, that, which I will get into. For whatever reason, Evo decided not to put Marvel versus Capcom Infinite into their lineup. That's on them. I will address that in a little bit. But you're smarter than that, man. You're smarter than that. Even if you don't want to be genuine about shit and you don't like the community or don't like the game, don't push away a community. You pushing away. Come on. Who doesn't want money in their pocket? Be smart about that if you don't want to be genuine. Be smart. Why would you even put that there? That's just crazy, man. That's crazy. Like, at least business-wise, be smart about your decisions, man. You're not a dummy. You're not dumb, dude. Like, on some real shit. We just cannot. We can't have shit like this again. It's already bad enough that our community goes through these issues with the females getting harassed by these dudes that don't seem to get it. If a woman tells you one time, back off, back the fuck off. Respect. Okay? We already have, with this whole issue with, oh my God, it's Andre. You understand? Like, we have to be better as a community and treat our fellow members as human beings. Treat them better. We don't need to shit on each other. Why is it that we keep doing that? There was no benefits for you doing that. Why? To get some likes and retweets? You bigger than that, dude. You get mad people for your events. You don't need no fucking likes and retweets. You did apologize, but you should do it on a bigger scale, dude. You should do it on a bigger scale. Real talk, man. I was very disappointed. Very disappointed, man. You're a big community figure. and from people like Mike Infinite, Yipes, all these people tell me that you took something that was going that basically went so bad that it was hard for you to come up with it, and you managed to do so, which I commend you tremendously. Which is why you was one of the people that actually I had respect for, because I know, my man, I live in the fucking hood. I do. Look at my fucking apartment. I use this shit as the gaming grounds. I live in the fucking hood, dude. So I know what it is to start off from the bottom. I'm still in the bottom. We got to be better, community. We got to be better. And besides your Bailey, that's out the way. Let's talk about what happened yesterday at Evo. We didn't get MVC. I already knew. I said it in one of my tweets. I said, I noticed that when they show Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, they didn't show Yipes. I think it was Neo as the other commentator when they got hype over Jeddah. You notice they didn't show that? That right there was already like the done. Axe this shit. It's over. That put the nail in the coffin for me. I knew right then and there it was done. Because what ended up happening was they showed the Tekken 7 finals. When they showed the Tekken 7 finals, they showed Geese. I said, oh, so they ain't want to show Jeddah, but they showed Geese. I mean, it is what it is, man. Including that the hat was under the table. Hat Marvel took that shit out. When it comes to Evo, it's a business. It's a business. Now, I don't know what's the real reason, because I don't think that's the real reason why they didn't have the game there. Excuse me. Because we know that Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite has been getting pretty decent numbers, above average at that. Okay? There has been a decline. Even here, there's been a decline. No doubt about it. You guys haven't seen me stream. You know I'm always gonna be blunt with you guys. Always. Till I am dead. And people stopped coming here to support. There was times that I was just like, man, yo, I didn't even put the stream up at the time that I said I would, because I was just so disappointed. I've been through this for many years with Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, where there'll be a period where people will just not come. But I knew this was a different feel. When that started happening for Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, we was already like 2-3 years in. And once we got that announcement, it kind of hurt people. It hurt me too, that there wasn't going to be any more updates to the game and stuff like that. Let me take this out. You know, and people got tired. People got fatigued and just stopped coming. All right, cool. Stop supporting majors. Majors numbers went down. New games came about and then basically took over, which is fine. It happens. The game was out for a minute. But in this case, the game has been out since September. It's February now. So for the game to not get any burn at Evo was kind of expected. In a way, the numbers already started declining. Majors wise, you can look at Smash GG and the different majors. The numbers actually started declining. Especially here. Once the days got closer to Dragon Ball Fighters, people just stopped coming here. NLBC slowed down tremendously. I mean, it's noticeable that it slowed down because we wasn't streaming it like that here. NLBC was the last game, and then it got to the point that nobody showed up. Nobody supported the game, even though there was like 20 Marvel players. They didn't want to play it, and they have the opportunity. I'm pretty sure they had the money. So, you know, realistically, I don't blame, and this is coming from somebody that doesn't like how Evo operates. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Because at the end of the day, community, it ain't really y'all fault either. You know, I got blessed with a very early copy of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And I do think the game is very fun to this day. I like the game's engine more than I like Dragon Ball FighterZ engine. But I like Dragon Ball FighterZ as a game way more. It's weird, right? But I like the free roaming engine of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I feel like it just allows you to do so much. Even though there is a cap on the damage, basically because you end up flipping out and all this other stuff. I mean, that's like that in every game. But I just like how you can just tag and, you know, do some crazy setups, all that other stuff. You can't really do that in Dragon Ball FighterZ, at least not yet anyway. I am growing to like the game a lot more and more. I've been playing it by myself. But let's be real. Capcom has really slacked. They did this with Street Fighter V. Street Fighter V, you couldn't even play online. You couldn't even play online. No game modes, really. You know, 16 characters. Even though they made the old characters feel fresh. That's what I like. But I felt like from Street Fighter 4 to Street Fighter 5, the game's battle engine took a big nerf. Street Fighter 4 not only pushed you player to player, but it also pushed you as a player to, you know, have that crazy execution because you wanted to get that extra damage, or you wanted to get those setups that you couldn't get otherwise. You understand? Even though it had option selects and everything like that, I could not stop playing Street Fighter 4. When Street Fighter 5 came, by season 2, Zangief was fucking powerful. I used to play online, and I barely lost to anybody, which was crazy. But I was bored. Now, with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, the battle engine, I'm not bored, but it still had some major issues, just like Street Fighter 5. The online, for whatever reason, was working week 1, and then after that, done. The story, better than Street Fighter 5. Better than Street Fighter 5 than fucking Juri and Cammy on a motorcycle going from one country to the next. With Cammy's bare ass showing. Like, she ain't freeze. Or how they invaded fucking Shadowloo base like 3-4 times. What? You don't want to get security to cover all that shit? Like, my man, you got billions of bison dollars, dude. You can hire everybody. I didn't understand that, but all right. The other thing was the graphics. Now, graphics to me is not important, but it is important, and I know it is important. It's important to the majority. That's like when you go on a dating site, you look for what attracts you, right? You look for that eye candy, okay? These video games, they got to be pleasing to the eyes. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite does not please the eyes. Okay, there's some characters I think look great. I think Jeddah looks great. I like Mega Man's design, even though Mega Man is simple, but I like his design. I think Strider's is great. I think Gamora's is pretty good. And then you got other characters. Chris Santana, because he looking Spanish. Right? He definitely does not look like a white boy. I don't know what happened. They made that man look Spanish. You got Spencer. What happened? What happened from part 3 to MVCI? What happened to him? And then who would give him that alternate costume? There's no way I will ever give him that alternate costume. If you want to be able to sell, this shit gotta look nice. That costume looks one of the worst costumes I've seen in history. I'm not even joking. I think that costume looks just horrible. Just horrible. I would just make a custom costume for him that he never had to sell. You know, one of the issues I did have with the engine, with the battle engine, I did not like full screen proximity. I think that's something that needs to be taken out. I think that's something of the old that existed back then that needs to stay back then. Okay, that was in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, 1. All right, cool. Back then, that shit was cool. Here, now, no. You're trying to appeal to the new era. We ain't in this old era no more, man. This is the new era. And full screen proximity, I think, is not that good. Reason being, it makes the game look clunky, like really just ugly to look at. When you look at Marvel 3, when you look at Dragon Ball FighterZ, that movement is ridiculous. You're able to dash fluidly, right? No issues, right? None at all. You can instant air dash. You can try dash. You know, in these games. And Marvel's Capcom Infinite, the full screen proximity stops you from having that movement. There's no movement in that game, unfortunately, because you throw something out and the character automatically blocks, and you can't even really like double jump. You can't double jump. Seriously, you really cannot double jump. Like you can't it messes up a lot of things. It just messes up a lot of things which I feel should never be implemented in any game ever again. And it goes to show in that game, including that then they mixed it with no chicken blocking. And when they did that, it's just an ugly combination. It's such an ugly combination that I feel like it should just, maybe you should just take out both and then adjust the characters accordingly. Like make sure that Hawkeye can still be viable, you know, because now you will have to change it because you can reflect his attack. So you will have to change certain things to make him viable, because chicken blocking actually helped. No chicken blocking actually helped him because he was able to lock down certain characters. But the full screen proximity and the chicken guard, no chicken guard combined just makes the game ugly. Still like the game though. I still like it a lot. But those were one of my main issues with the game. The other thing was with me, it was a character thing. Rocket Raccoon, Dante. Dante was just super unpolished. I mean, the man doesn't not even have, you know, when you have the stance, the idle stance, and they stand still, and then they end up doing like something like that. Dante was just like this. No movement, just like this. Everybody's just like, yeah, all right, let's get it, right? He's just like, come on, bring it. Like, I just felt like he was like a super unfinished character. Like you could see that he just was not polished. Like, there was like, how many days we got left? 2 days? Just throw him out there. Just throw the game out there. Like, they didn't have no time to finish. Like, they was just threw Dante out there, just threw the engine. Like, it just a lot of things that were wrong with the game. They ended up cleaning up Dante, cool. They ended up taking up the low unblockable, cool. But there's the art style. Art style did not fit. It did not fit. And I don't know who at Capcom thought that this was A-okay, but it was not. It was something that just did not mesh well at all. I mean, you know why people are mad? And let's be real. When we had Marvel vs. Capcom 3, we had a game that every character had a 3D model and looked great. Every character looked great, okay? You know, the voice lines, some of the best voice lines, like everything. I can go back to that game and remember almost every character's voice line. It's just memorable like that, okay? Except for like Shenko, like who played the, right? But when you go to Marvel vs. Capcom 3, forget about just like the gameplay. I'm talking about the presentation, the 3D shorts that we had, the intros. Excuse me. All of that stuff was just impressive. It got me hyped. Every time they announced the character, I got hyped. I didn't care who it was. I was just hyped. And then, you know, they had, 16 new characters on top of, like, the old characters. They just had a whole bunch of freaking new characters that they just threw out there with mad moves and, you know, a new battle engine. And at first, everybody was like, oh, man, this game is way easier than Marvel vs. Capcom 2. But then it ended up being really freaking deep. So, you know, that game just had a lot. And then when Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out, it cleaned up the game a lot. But the game was just super dirty. The game was just disgusting. It needed a big patch, like a really big one, okay? But when Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out, it cleaned up the game a lot. Cleaned up the game. The game was so dirty that even though the game got cleaned up a lot, the game was still dirty. You ever like just clean something, but there was still dust on it, and it was like infinite dust, like you could never get out, like no matter what you use. It was that. It was that. The game was just really dirty. Okay, and basically, you know, the game came out with 12 characters, which was impressive. You know, they added more villains. They didn't add no females, which was crazy. But there was 6 on one side, 6 on the other. And it was just amazing. We saw Nemesis, we saw Firebrand, we saw Ghost Rider, we saw Doctor Strange, Nova, Strider, and Phoenix Wright. But we seen these characters, right? And it was just so fun to see these characters, come into this atmosphere where it's a zany, chaotic game, and seeing how they were implemented and what were their moves and all this other stuff. I think once we got to MVCI, people were expecting the same quality or more. And I don't blame you guys. I don't, because who wants to backtrack? Who, like realistically, nobody ever wants to backtrack. If you're climbing something, you don't want to fall, right? So I think that's how people see it. People wanted something of the same level. It didn't even have to be a 3v3, even though people were fiending for that. That's why they want to play Dragon Ball FighterZ, because they wanted that fix. And if you notice, they peeped that. They got the sparking, which is X Factor, DHC, 3v3. But people wanted the same quality, and Capcom did not deliver. And there was just a lot of fuck ups. There was Combo Fiend with the what he said with the functions. I think that was real bad. I think that was really bad for him to say. But you know what? He was right, though. I understood what he meant by that. He was trying to say that there are characters that play similar to this character. Functions as in their type. There's grapplers, zoners, rush down, turtle-like characters, trap-like characters. He meant in that way. It's just at that time when the game was already getting a bad press, including just the feedback from the community, was just mauling that shit. That was the wrong thing to say at that time and point. And then he got fired and a whole bunch of other things at that. And people really wanted the game to be on that same level. They wanted the graphics and the art style to be impressive on a PS4 level. Similar to what Marvel's Capcom 3 was when the Xbox 360 and PS3 was out. Those graphics was beautiful at that time. So was the art style. So was just, you could see that the love was there. Like Taskmaster, like just the things he say. Like, just like Cap. Like, all that shit is mad cool. Rocket Raccoon. Like everybody had just memorable voice lines. Like, I loved it. And the music, too. The music was pretty good on a lot of characters. Excuse me, including the stages. The stages were pretty cool, too. So, people wanted that level, and Capcom did not deliver. And things were just, done on a very slow pace. So slow that you question whether Capcom and Marvel/Disney were getting along. Personally, I think they weren't. I think there was a big communication problem, which led up to where we at now. Are they addressing the issues? We don't know, because this is all behind closed doors. But the game didn't come out good. Came out below average overall. And I don't blame people for jumping ship, because people want to play what's hot, right? People in order to sell these games, you have to please casuals first, then us. That's real talk. The fighting game community, we only make up but a small portion. We help to advertise the game. We help to sell the game at a later date. But the casuals, they are the ones that give that money up for the DLC, for the game itself. They make up the large portion of their sales. And I don't know if Capcom realized this, but have I looked at that game as somebody that's working there? I would have been like, yo, not happening. Not happening at all. The art style is not fitting. The graphics need to be better. Even though I'm okay with the graphics, but I know casuals are not going to be happy. That's like That's like going on a date, on a blind date, and this woman tells you, "Yeah, I'm 5'6". I got these thick old thighs, this juicy booty, and the breasts. You'll love it." And when you go meet her, it ain't what she said at all. And you just like, man, I got tricked, right? I got tricked. So I think the community feels like they got tricked, right? Because they're expecting the game to be on a high level because it's Marvel vs. Capcom. All of these games have been solid, like above average for sure, okay? And with Marvel vs. Capcom 3, they set a new level. Overall, they set a new level. You know, even with Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, they ended up selling 1 million. It took a while, but they sold 1 million. So I feel like people felt like they got tricked in a sense where they were expecting something, and I don't blame them because I was expecting it too. I was like, when I first saw the game, I said, the graphics are going to be better for sure. It's Capcom. They know better than this. They know better than this. And it's still the same. I don't know if the budget was just low and they couldn't do nothing about it. I really don't know what's the issue to why the game came out the way it did. But it did. And the community should not be mad at Evo. If anything, direct that towards Capcom. And y'all guys been talking with your wallets. You have. Because the game didn't sell all that well. They wanted 2 million. They probably like 1.1 right now. Maybe just 1 million. Maybe at the same 900,000. Who knows? So, you guys definitely spoke with your wallets. You know, that's something that needs to be done more often towards these game companies so they can see that we're dead serious. We want some really good quality games. You know, I'm one of those players that I actually love a good story. I don't mind a good story. I won't play the story. I will watch it on YouTube. You know, I watch somebody play it on YouTube, or I will ask somebody, like Chris Matrix would tell me, like, he was like, yo, Injustice 1? You know, he'll break it down to me and stuff like that. Shout out to Chris Matrix, man. I hope he's actually playing Dragon Ball FighterZ. But, you know, people like that will break it down to me, and I love hearing the stories, man. I love to understand why these characters are the way they are. And that's how casuals thinks too. You know, they don't just play, technically, they play the game on a single player type of thing where they just play in the arcade mode, mission mode, training just to test out the characters. You know, they play online for a little bit, get a quick fix, and then they're done. You know what I'm saying? So we have to definitely talk with our wallets. And one of the companies that I absolutely been loving, real talk, is NetherRealms. NetherRealms, look at the Ninja Turtles. They just came out today, and wow, they put in love into every single character. They make every character feel extremely unique from the other character. They make sure that these characters, the graphics look great, the coloring is great, the voice lines, the music is good. You know, I don't want to say great. I don't think it's great, but I think it's good. It's memorable. You know, they put in so much work, man. And I watch every tournament that is played. Excuse me. I watch every tournament that's played, and you know, it's well deserved. It's well deserved. That game, just phenomenal. Seriously, I think Injustice 2 right now is probably overall the best game from story. You got costumes that are free. Okay, you understand that? You got costumes that are absolutely free. You don't got to pay nothing for these costumes. And not even costumes, excuse me, pieces of clothing that you put on or armor. Okay, so you can make your character look really different, which I think Tekken 7 is kind of the same way too, where it's just free. You could put on shirts and all that stuff. You ain't got to pay for nothing. Which Tekken 7 is another great game, and Namco just been putting in tremendous work too. But I think NetherRealms, definitely just impressive all the way. And I want Capcom to go down that route. I want them to be what they used to be, okay? When they came out with the Mega Mans, the Resident Evil, Strider games, all that stuff was just so good. And I don't know, as time went on, they just started falling. And I don't know who y'all got working with y'all. Y'all need to fire that motherfucker. Whoever fucking up. Resident Evil 7 was good, but y'all had like 4 enemies, man. Besides the fucking hillbillies. What's wrong with y'all, man? We need more monsters. 6, 7 enemy monsters ain't enough. I want more. Shit. Okay? The Monster Hunter looks great. Can we get more games like that? Can we get more quality games like that? Please? Like start a donation drive or something, man. We want our games to look fucking good, feel good. You know what I'm saying? And if you guys cannot work something out with Marvel, please, by all means, create Capcom All-Stars, please. Please. Y'all guys got mad characters. What are you waiting for? Make your own 3v3 with the assists and everything. Y'all won't have no boundaries. None whatsoever. Just make it, man. Like, if y'all can't work this out, man, we need our fix. We need our 3v3 fix with Capcom, okay? Arcs is, right now, they doing the damn thing. They said, man, they said we're gonna fucking have this whack-ass walk into the same place. The fuck was that? God damn. That shit was corny as hell. But you know what? They're showing their powers. They showing that they can do corny shit like that because they're taking over. Capcom, you gonna let them take over like that? You guys were fucking evil. You guys were evil. I guarantee you Dragon Ball FighterZ will be the final game. 100%. That shit is... You thought Street Fighter 5 was gonna be the last game? Ha! Nigga, Dragon Balls came to take over. Including all this other anime shit. They taking over. Nani? This is an anime takeover. Respect to Arxis, because they've been putting in work. Look at Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear, graphics look great. Gameplay is great. Community loves it. It gets, for Evo, I don't know about out here. I know Team Stickbug, they do their thing and stuff like that. But overall, I don't know how those games do, right? But at Evo, I do know that they get all the international players to come out and play. And they support it. They support it a hell of a lot, okay? So, with Guilty Gear being there, completely understandable. With Dragon Ball FighterZ, come on. Come on. But now, the Blaze Blue. Blaze Blue. Crossover tag. Tagging crossover. Whatever the hell it's called. I like the concept. I like that they bring in 4 franchises together to do, the crossover battles where you can call them for the assist, tag them out. I think that's real cool. But the thing that was crazy to me is that this man said, this is the only thing that bothered me. He said, we don't know how Marvel has been doing. It hasn't been that great, this and that, whatever. Even though Marvel has been on the decline, yes. But you have for sure results as opposed to no results. None. The game ain't even out yet. You don't know how it's going to be received. They're giving away 2 characters for free. What about the other 18? That shit is still a big, big negative thing going on with our community today. They had 2 characters, right, on Twitter. I went to Twitter. They was like, yeah, we're giving out both of these sexy ass girls for free. And all I saw was, yeah, but what about the other 18? Are y'all gonna sell that? Are y'all gonna give that for free, or you're gonna sell that? You understand? So it's still in a bad light right now. At least with Marvel's Capcom Infinite, you got actual results. And the numbers were declining, but they were there. It wasn't like it was horrible. So that's the only thing I didn't agree with as far as what he was saying. But I don't blame him. I don't blame him. You guys gotta take that anger towards Capcom. Capcom, you gotta step it up, man. You gotta step it up. Whoever you got there that's fucking it up for you guys, if it's not Marvel and Disney, if it's not them, you need to fire. Whoever you need to fire, hire some new guys that will bring actual talent and, you know, not be a yes man. You understand? Like, he needs to be like, no, this shit ain't working. Do you not see this shit looks like gaga? Like, that needs to happen. Get that motherfucker on board. The no man. The man that will be like, delayed until this shit is right. Get that shit to happen. And if y'all can't come to no agreement, then don't fucking do it. Don't do it. You guys don't need money. Don't do it. Wait till the right opportunity presents itself, man. And then do it. Until then, no. But either way, you know, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is not dead. Okay? If people want it here at the house, more than willing to do it. No problem. You know, hopefully they go to NOBC. Hopefully they still go to Wednesday night fights. Hopefully wherever, whether it's Texas, anywhere else, okay? Hopefully it's still being supported. You guys, which I don't seem to understand, Melee is a great game as an example that endured so much and made it so far with no support from the company, but all support from the community. And look at where they made it to. That's because they keep supporting the game. They don't let nothing bring them down. I mean, the game is absolutely fun. I used to be a Melee player. I know. The game was just really, really freaking fun. To this day, I watch it. I don't care if it's just Fox versus Fox. It's just pure madness. Pure madness that goes on. It's me and Yipes, we said this literally almost at the same time. It is a mini Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Straight up. It is a fast-paced, crazy game that's very technical and it's still growing to this day that people are still finding out things about the game, literally. And it's old as shit. I was playing it when I was a teenager, okay? That fucking picture with me, that's D1. Hold up. Can I take this down? Oh, shit. Look at this shit. Look at Young Bum. Look at DJ Nintendo. This is when I was hosting in Web2 Zone. Look at D1. Look at D1. With the same pose. Alright, with this brawl game. I was liking it until Trippin came along and then fucking Meta Knight. Fucking shit. And that's my man Papa Dave, Luigi, DJ Nintendo. Yo, he had this shit. Woo! That shit is old and he still has it. Alright? So the community can support the games, all right? The community can support the games. Just come out, support, talk about it, be about it. Don't let people bring you down. There will always be negativity, always, whether it's deserved or not. A lot of times it's not deserved, all right? A lot of times it's not deserved. There are players like the player Zero from Smash Bros. Wii U. He gets overwhelmed with bullshit. I be seeing on Twitter, you know, the things that he put up or people put up. He goes through a lot. Probably the reason why he quit. Because shit gets overwhelming. There's always going to be negativity, man, in your life. But what you got to do is just get the fuck out of here. Smack that shit to the side, man. Sometimes there's just too many people and they jumping you. Oh, fuck. Get the fuck out of there for now. Get out of there. Come back stronger. You understand? Sometimes you can't win every fight. That's the truth. You can't win every fight. It's not going to happen. You know, Mayweather may say he wins every fight, but technically he did, right? I think he lost one fight, like, before his professional fights. But he won every fight. If he goes in that fucking, if he goes in UFC, he gonna lose that fight though. He gonna lose that fight. So you don't win every fight, okay? Or you know what fight you gotta pick to fight, and then you know when you gotta run. Yeah. All right. So just don't let negativity affect you, man. Just play what you want to play. At the end of the day, me, as somebody that organizes the events and stuff like that, I can only do so much. For years, I was pulling teeth. Get your ass over here. Let's play this shit and all that stuff. I don't want to be that guy no more because I've done it for so long. And to me, I want to focus on what the community want to focus on. That's the person that I am, okay? But regardless, play what you want to play. You understand? Even though esports will dictate, this is the truth, man. Just always going to be blunt. It will dictate what the overall is going to play. That doesn't mean that for you to quit playing what you're playing. Play what you want to play. Don't let nobody steer you away from that, okay? Just make sure that you support it, you love it, and help, and try to build. Don't just stay among yourselves, man. Don't stay. That's the reason why I do what I do, man. I try to build. Get these people out of trouble. If you know, I'm from the hood, man, and basically I wouldn't want people to go down a bad route. That's what I do, man. Really. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the whole thing is that people, you know, they have hard times, you know, with life and things like that. And a good getaway is playing some video games with your friends, man. Or some sex with a big old booty too. Oh, girl, big booty, thick thighs, and you just want to. But that's me, though. That's me. You know what I'm saying? But those things work, okay? Video games. Stick to video games. Play that. Grow that with your friends. Don't let people bring you down, man, because you like what you like. Don't ever let nobody bring you down because you like what you like. And this is not even for video games, man. If you like a woman and your friends like, look at how you like this, man. Fuck them. They ain't your friends, man. They not your friends. Fuck them. Straight up like that. If they don't support what you do, you know what I'm saying? I had girls that were like, ew, you do this? This is what you do? Oh my God. Like, why? Get the fuck out of here. This is what I like. You're not going to tell me what I'm going to do. You understand? So don't let nobody fucking steer you away from what you want to do. Straight up like that. All right? I'm going to try to do like these videos like once or twice a week or something. I don't know. Let's see. I've been learning Photoshop, getting better with it. I've been learning Sony Vegas again, getting better with it. You know, I'll look at the comments below, you know, whatever you guys put. I'm always replying to everybody, man. I'm just that person that I love to talk with you guys at all times. You know, I check everything. Like, I check Twitter. I check event hubs. I check fucking Show You Can. I always check comments just to see what the people think, what they want to talk about, stuff like that. I used to not check out videos. I do that too now. I check out people's videos, streams, all that stuff, man. I'm just that type of person that I just love to know what people think about certain things and stuff like that. Yeah, but I'm gonna be doing this more often. I do want to work on my YouTube and stuff like that. Address issues, talk about things, what's going on in the community, what's going on at the HOC, things that I'm working on, such and such. You know, so, you know, please, what is it that they say? Like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, share this, man. Share this with others. I felt like I stopped Overwatch, okay? I hope you guys understand that. I was going to play Overwatch, and I woke up and I just felt a certain type of way. And that tells you, as somebody that loves Overwatch deeply, for me to not play it and do this video, do something that I never do, it was very important to me, man. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. For those that were listening, I felt like this was a very important topic. Well, topics that we had to discuss, talk about. Let it off my chest, man, because it was just crazy, man. Crazy. Anyway, I'm done with this video. Thank you. Now I'm gonna play Overwatch and stress myself the fuck out, and I can't wait.